I am your host, Natasha B. Russell, aka NBR, and I'm passionate about helping you believe in yourself. My goal is to inspire you, motivate you, and empower you to become the best possible version of yourself. Me too. I'm still growing. I believe we should continue to evolve. And today's topic is a great one. Live the experience. I have an amazing guest all the way from Vancouver, BC today, Haeley, who will be joining us in just a couple minutes to talk about exactly how to do that through health and fitness. So what do I do? For all of you that don't know, I'm a transformation coach, transformation business and life coach. And so what do I do? Essentially, I work with women and men all over the world, and I help them achieve their goals and their dreams. How many of you have goals out there? Health goals, fitness goals, financial goals, business goals. That's what we're talking about today, right? Time to boss up for what we believe in and for what we want to show up in our lives. So I want to ask you out there, what is one goal that you want to achieve before the end of the year? One goal. I want you to write it in the comment section below. One goal that you have, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw for a prize at the end of the show. I'm going to draw for a great prize because I believe in the power of goal setting, And for me, everything begins with the vision. Like, what do you want to see? Visually, what do you want to see in your life? And then you got to actually create the strategy, and then you got to execute. And a lot of times that's where people fall off. They don't execute. So what am I giving away today? Like I said, I love goal setting. I love helping people achieve their goals. So I'm going to be giving away an NBR notebook. Can you see it? I am capable of great things. I am me. Absolutely. You are capable of great things, people. You just got to believe it to achieve it. All right. So how do you win? How do you have a chance to win an NBR notebook just for you? Put a comment in the section below, or put your goal in the comment section below, and I will draw your name. Possibly. All right. So without further ado, I have an amazing, beautiful young lady joining me today. Her name is Haeley Mariah. She's from Vancouver, BC. She's a fitness coach. She is passionate about helping her clients achieve their fitness goals. And so I'm going to welcome her to the show. And if you guys have any questions at all while we are in conversation, just drop it in the comment section and I'll get her to answer it. All right. So without further ado, let's see where she's at. Hello.
Hey.
Beautiful. How are
Hi.
you?
I'm great, thank you. How you doing?
I'm doing amazing. I was just saying, I don't know what the weather's like in BC, but in Calgary, it's been really cold. Like yesterday, it felt like winter still, but today the sun is shining.
Woo!
I went out to see was that. I was like, yay! It feels like we got summer finally here. Spring technically.
Spring, yeah.
Here. So when the sun's out, it definitely elevates your mood too, right? Because you're like feeling good in the heat, right? How is
Yeah.
the weather in Vancouver?
It has actually been pretty beautiful. These last yesterday was some rain. It's very bipolar over here, the weather, on and off. But
Yeah.
lately it's been beautiful. It's been hot. It's been nice. Again, feels like summer.
That's what I say. I without not disrespecting anybody, because
Yeah.
bipolar is a
Yeah.
disorder, right?
Oh yeah.
But I say that all the time. Like Calgary, the weather is bipolar. Like you don't know what you're gonna get,
Unpredictable.
right? But the good thing is, if it's cold, within a couple hours, it could be warm. Like we get a lot of Chinooks here, so I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I'm gonna allow you to just, do a quick introduction. Who are you?
Yeah, so hi everyone. I'm Haeley Mariah. I'm a fitness and life coach. I'm passionate about helping people grow and becoming the best version of themselves and yeah, keep overcoming and growing, thriving.
I love what you just said about growing, right?
Yeah.
We should never stop growing, people. We should
No.
always be evolving and wanting more, right?
Yeah,
And just moving
intentionally
forward.
growing.
Yeah. Do you say
Yeah.
intentional?
Intentionally growing. Yeah.
I love that. That's one of my favorite words. Everything we do, people, we got to do it with intention. Again, for those of you who have just joined the NBR show, welcome. We have my amazing guest here today, Haeley Mariah, a fitness and life coach. And today we're going to dive in about how to live the experience. I love, I looked at your website and it was like, live the experience. I want to hear more about that.
Yeah.
So if you just joined, you have a chance to win a great prize or prizes at the end of the show. All you got to do is write in the comment section below, what are one of your goals that you want to achieve before the end of the year? It could be a fitness goal. It could be a financial goal, a business goal, a health goal, whatever it is, people, write it in below, because that's what gives power when you start to think about what I want and then you put it into action. So tell me something funny about yourself, like a funny fact, Haeley, that many people wouldn't know about you.
I mean, I feel like only my mom would know this. Super random. I've always loved writing and journaling and always kind of writing things down, writing my thoughts down. And I've got all my cool colored pens and all this stuff, but I just blue pens for some reason. That's my thing. It's super
Yeah.
random. I'm obsessed and in love with the ones, you know, you're out and people are giving away free pens. Those ones, for some reason, they're smooth. They write nice. I love it. Like the fancy, expensive ones, I've tried it. Not the same. Super random, but blue pens. I love that. If you're watching and you want to give me a gift, blue pens are the way to go.
Okay, good to know. Do you hear that, people? Blue pens. You want to gift
Blue,
them?
blue
Now,
pens.
what do you do for fun when you're not helping people achieve their fitness goals? What are you doing?
I mean, if I'm not eating, I love to eat. I'm with my girls, you know, I'm with my friends, going on adventures. And, you know, sometimes our adventures is really just laying on the floor, being together, chatting, talking, watching TV, just being with my people. I love adventures, traveling.
Mhm.
That's what I love to do. Yeah.
Awesome. I love food too. You know what? My family's big on food.
Oh,
Every
yes.
it's not like just one protein and one carb and salad. There's like several proteins, several carbs, and maybe a bit of salad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can relate
Yeah.
to you on that. And family's big, I hear from you. And that's
Yes.
awesome. And family and friends and connection,
Yeah.
you know?
Connection is, honestly, connection is so important to me.
Wonderful. Okay, so tell me, what do you do actually? Like, what do you do and why?
Yeah, so fitness and life coach. Really, what I do is I help people escape that mental well, being stuck mentally, feeling like you can't do it, wanting to do something, but just as if there's like this little glass layer that's stopping you. I help people escape that and to grow mentally and physically to become their best version of themselves. That's kind of how I tie in the life and the fitness piece, is by really focusing on the mental and the physical growth. I'm all for holistic growth. And I found to do that is to incorporate, you know, your mind, your body, your soul, spirit. I like to throw growth in there because I think growth is very valuable. And I help people kind of break that self-sabotaging, like, I can't do this. Like, I want to reach this goal, whatever that may be. And,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes when my clients come to me at first, it's not necessarily a fitness goal. It's more so, I want to feel this way, or I want to be a better role model to my child or my daughter, whatever that may look like. And then, so I kind of help them value the process of kind of holistically growing. So using your body with the method that I use, and using your mind through working out, and then, you know, holding on to your faith and finding your spirit and your hope, and really tying everything together to really live. And it's all about that experience, and just taking it day by day and for long-term stability, rather than, you know, I want to lose 10 pounds in a month, or something that's crazy and could be harmful to the body to do. And just to get that long term, let's just grow, right? Let's become a better version, the best version of whatever that looks like for the individual.
I love what you said.
Yeah.
And that's a big part of what I do. You know, it's mindset coaching,
Yes,
you know, because
100%.
everything begins in the mind, people. If you think you can do something or you think you can't, you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of times when I work with clients, it's like you talk about that glass, that they feel like they just can't remove that ceiling around them, that they can't move, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, first when we talk about, what are your beliefs? You know, what do you actually believe about yourself?
Yeah.
And is that actually true? A lot of times I find out that what's really blocking them from believing in themselves is something that may have happened in their childhood, you know, that's been holding them back, or experiences they had on their journey through life that has made
Yeah.
them feel inadequate. And
Yeah.
so when you remove that block, that mind block, people, like, I mean, again, everything begins in here. The mind is so powerful, you know, Haeley,
So
as you
powerful.
could agree as a coach
Yeah.
as well, that whatever you feed it, people, it will believe it. And that's why I talk about the power of the subconscious mind, right?
Yes.
What are you feeding yourself day in and out? So tell me a little bit about your entrepreneurial journey. Like, when did you start coaching and helping your clients achieve greater success?
So my entrepreneurial journey started back in 2018. That's when I took my first client. But in terms of coaching, I've been a coach, it feels like my whole life. I've always been that coach or that support system to my friends. So that kind of happened naturally. I grew up playing sports. So I always kind of had to be for the people that are younger or people coming up or other teams and stuff. So I've always kind of coached there or found ways to volunteer for a sports team or something like that. But in terms of my entrepreneurial journey, it started in 2018. That's when I took my first client.
And how did that feel when you took your first client?
It was honestly like it was kind of weird. It didn't really feel real because when I started all of this, like I had no intention for it to be this when I started. I didn't even have an intention for it to turn into a business. It was more so I started as like this Instagram page. It started as a spam account, with friends, friends only, and then I turned it into for my own fitness journey. And I was like, hey, no, I'm going to start posting this, using this as kind of like an online journal type thing. And then I just started writing, speaking from the heart, being natural and raw and posting my pictures and all of that stuff. And people started commenting and reaching out and like asking me questions. And I was like, oh, like, wait a minute. Wait, like I'm actually helping people. And then when my first client reached out, she asked if I'm taking clients. And I was like, why not? Right? Like, why not take that client? Why not take that step? This is something that I've always wanted to do, but at the time didn't quite believe in. And then honestly, every day has just been taking it one day at a time, holding on to my faith. As people come, I reach out, I learn new things, and I've just been growing from there. So it
That's
just kind of
amazing.
happened organically, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I began my full-time entrepreneurial journey in 2018 as
Okay.
well.
It's a good
And,
year.
pardon?
It's a good year.
It's a good year. 2018 was a good year. 2019 was even amazing. And 2020,
Yes.
people, regardless of the pandemic, it's still
Yes.
amazing. I find like right now is a good time that we're on lockdown to really focus on ourselves. When things around us have now been taken away, which we honestly, in my lifetime, Haeley, I never thought this would have happened.
Yeah.
It forces you to really realize what's important to you and what do you have control over. And one of the number one things that you do have control over is your thoughts. And, because what you think, I always say, becomes your words and becomes your actions, So now is a good time, people. And I see your goal out there, X-Williams. I want to be more flexible. My goal is to be able to hit the splits. Yay, good for you. Like my daughter's working on that. Is that when you start to believe in yourself, a big part of what I do is confidence coaching too. Things happen, doors open because you believe you're capable of doing that. So I want to kudos to you on taking the leap and saying yes to your first client when you thought, I don't know if I'm even ready potentially. I didn't even expect to go into a business, but it happened organically. And so I want to ask, who or what inspires you to do what you do every day?
Honestly, it might sound very general, but what inspires me is people. Seeing people want to grow, seeing people ask questions. Every time I see or have a conversation with someone and I hear their growth or I hear them kind of changing and figuring things out, and then that puts the biggest smile on my face. It's like, you don't even know what you're doing, and I love it, and it's hyping me up, and it's like, yes, like keep doing that, and it inspires me to continue to grow myself, because I know that as a coach and a leader, I can't give me 100%, and I can't fully help someone else 100% unless I'm working on me. So the more people that want to grow, it's like, yes, like it's filling me up, it's inspiring me. But in terms of like authors and things like that, I'm really right now I'm really into John C. Maxwell. I've read a lot of his books. I love listening to his audios. His like it every time I read a chapter, I read something, I'm like, I want to apply this. Like someone needs to know about this. I need to post his words. Like he's very inspiring. I love it.
I love him too, I read a lot of his books, especially around leadership,
Yeah.
and there's this one called No Limit. People, if you haven't read it, read it. It's a great read. But again, like, so when you wake up in the morning, you're passionate about just helping people. And I can relate, when I work with a client and I see the progress and I see the growth, I'm like, Yes, I'm doing an amazing job. And that's
Yeah.
what I'm all about, right? Is inspiring, motivating, empower people to really believe. So here you are doing exactly that. And
Yeah.
so with the focus of live the experience, I see your videos. I love them. I love that you're always, doing your
Thank you.
workouts at home, and I'm going to join you one time. It's like when I have to schedule, like I do my workouts first thing in the morning because
Yeah.
I got to get it done.
Yeah.
Like kudos to you on doing like evening workshops and all that. Like I have to do it first thing or it doesn't happen. For the people that are out there, I see that one goal is to build a website. Yes, girl, you can do it. What would you say are some things you can do from a fitness perspective, for those who want to get in better shape to actually make that happen? What are some goals, or some, not goals, some tips, I should say, that you'd give to people out there to get started on their fitness journey?
Excuse me, I would say routine. Like make a schedule, preset it. So say for example, okay, it's a Monday and you know that you want to get a workout in. Beginning of the week, you write that down or you put it wherever you want to put it. So you've already kind of put that energy out there to, okay, hey, this is what I want to do. You pick the
Yeah.
day that you want to do it. You do everything in your power on that day to make it happen. And if you do all the work and prepare yourself ahead of time, it makes, when the day comes, it makes it so much easier to kind of get that in. You already know, you schedule in a workout, you already know what's going to happen before, after work, lunchtime, whatever that looks like. So then when the time comes, it's really, there's no more excuses left because you've already done all the work beforehand. And then just, I guess, like on the day of, if we're still kind of struggling with it, remember why we wrote that down. Remember why we wanted to get up, why we wanted to work out, and things like that. Just, I would say prepare, do the work beforehand to make it a little bit easier.
I love that, because for me, my calendar is like, honestly, like if it's not on my calendar, it doesn't exist. I gotta book my
Same.
workout time,
Same.
I gotta book my client time, all these things, because if it's not on the calendar for me, it doesn't exist. And so I
Yeah.
love that people, if you want to get started on your fitness journey, make a plan and then make sure it happens. And when
Yeah.
you talked about the energy, like when you put it out there, I strongly believe in the power of words. Like we have the
Yeah.
ability to speak life or speak death over ourselves. What are you saying about yourself every day in out,
Yeah.
people? Are you saying I can do this, I will do this? Are you saying I can't do this, I don't know how to do this, right? So it's really, again, around, like you said, the mindset. I agree 100%. And then planning is preparation. So what are some, I've seen all your, a few of your videos, but are there exercises that for some people who are like beginning to work out, they should start with, that are less in, high intensity? Like if they're a little bit scared about pushing too hard, or, the burnout, like I start 5 days a week and now I feel like I'm off, like I don't want to do it again. What would you recommend for someone who's just starting their fitness journey?
For someone who's starting their fitness journey, I mean, I'm a big person on kind of body weight things. That way, it's not something that you need equipment for. It's not something that, because there's different modifications to a lot of body weight stuff too. So then you can really listen to your body and test it out. You try with the body weight, you're not going to hurt yourself. If we're lifting too much weight and we don't know how much weight we want to do, or if we're getting on, say we're stepping on a treadmill or something, and we're not sure where we are with that, I would say body weight things like squats, or, doing abs or planking, even things like that, getting used to and comfortable with your body, and then just kind of whatever direction you want to go and work your way from there.
It's a great tip. Do you hear that, people? If you have a question for Haeley, feel free to drop in the comment bar. I like what you're saying, Cash. I want to be like her goals. In 2020, I want to live my most authentic expression in every aspect. I want to be completely vulnerable in my creative processes and be guided by authenticity instead of fear external validation.
Yes.
That's a good point, right? Yes. And a lot of times, even the clients I work with, they're afraid to show up for themselves or speak out. What will people think if I'm doing this, or I put myself out? What if I put a post on Instagram and nobody likes it? And I say to people, validation has to come from yourself.
Yes.
It doesn't come from how many likes you get or how many people are sharing your content. It's really about knowing who you are as an individual and loving yourself first. When I began my fitness journey, like I lost maybe about close to 60 pounds. It wasn't, I tried every diet in the book. People, there's like hundreds of diets out there, never worked for me. But when I actually started to just love myself and appreciate myself, and I decided I wanted to start working out for me to feel good. It was more around mindset. Like when I work out, I feel great after. I feel like I'm unstoppable. You know what I mean? So it's like I have to keep going. If I don't work out one day, I feel guilty almost because I'm like, I failed me. Not that
Yeah.
anybody knows, but I failed me. So I got to keep going. And so when you talk about using your body weight, which is great, would you not agree that nutrition comes hand in hand in
Oh,
those goals?
I would say that nutrition is that 60 and working out is the 40 in terms of like a lifestyle change and kind of like more of the holistic kind of piece to that. Nutrition is huge. You can work out for people wanting to get abs. You can do ab exercises till the cows are talking to you. But if our nutrition is not in check, then we're not going to really see the results that we're looking for, right? So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
nutrition is huge, really big.
Would you? Is there anything? Look, I see your abs are coming in. I think you had a six pack over there. Is there anything? No, you should fund it. You work for it. Is there anything that you would recommend people stay away from for the abs? You know, like should they be eliminating something from their diet essentially, or is it just moderation? Like I believe in moderation. Have what you want. Don't deprive yourself.
Yeah.
Moderation is key. Do you have what's your philosophy on that?
I would moderation definitely. And honestly, this is what I tell my clients. How do you feel after you eat something? Right? And
Mm-hmm.
just trying to bring in the mindfulness behind eating, right? That's the best suggestion that I would be because again, I'm not a big on diets or anything like that or don't eat this, do this. Again, it's your body. It's what you want to do. I don't think anyone can or cannot tell you what you should do, the idea of should. But just listen to your body. Listen to your body as you're eating. Be aware of your body. So if you start to eat certain things and you see these changes, okay, well, that's not working. Let's make a change. You eat this, you see these changes. Okay, now that's working, right? So it's an awareness and a mindfulness is my best suggestion with that.
I agree with you. It's when you're aware of how you feel after you eat something, does it give you more energy,
Yeah.
or does it drain your energy? Do you feel like having a nap after? Then you
Or
probably know that's
yeah.
probably not good, right? Do you feel
Or do you
lethargic?
feel bloated or something, right? If we're eating this and we feel bloated, things like that. Like for me,
Yeah,
dairy is a big bloat thing. Um, Again, I'm not going to tell you not to eat dairy. I'm not gonna be the one to say that. But
yeah.
next time you do, maybe see how you feel. What does that feel like? Where do you feel it? Things like that.
I agree. The funny thing is I'm dairy intolerant. I wasn't like that before I had my daughter, but after having her, dairy just doesn't agree with me. And funny thing is she's allergic to dairy. And like I said, I don't tell
Mm.
people what to eat, but what works for you. But I notice even myself now, like eating beef. Like I've tried all cuts of beef. Every time I eat, I feel bloated. I feel almost sick. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not eating beef anymore.
Yeah.
And the one thing that for me is a bit hard is I love oxtail. So I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do that. But the oxtail is different, but it's more
Yeah.
like, the ground beef or the steak. The steak for me, no matter what kind of cut, does not agree with me, or corned beef or stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, my body doesn't like it. Dairy, my body doesn't like it. So people, I love what you said. Listen to your body. Your
Yeah.
body knows what's best for it. So you got to honor that. So just going back to your entrepreneurial journey, is there anything else you want to say around tips for people who want to get that summer body or, get in better shape?
I think the best thing is try to not turn it into like I'm chasing a diet because I feel like there's stress even around that word. And my suggestion is strive for a lifestyle change, even if it's just a nutrition piece, lifestyle, what's working in your lifestyle, things like that. That's yeah.
Wonderful. I love what you just said. It's a lifestyle, people. It's not, I know people who have gone on these fad diets and they've lost a significant amount of weight in a short period of time. And then once they go back to eating regular food, they gain it all back plus more. So it's really about,
It's not a
creating
quick fix.
lifestyle. It's not a
It's
quick
not a
fix.
quick fix. No.
You can tell me I can lose 20 pounds in a week or whatever fad diets in a month. I don't agree with those. I say do what works for you. Baby steps. If you're not used to being in the gym or working out, start with just going outside. Go for a walk 15 minutes every day, 30 minutes. Build yourself up, so you don't get overwhelmed and then you're like, oh, I can't do this. But start small and then gradually add more activity, more exercises, and be more conscious of what you're eating and, like you said, how you feel after. So let's talk a little bit about see some more goals out here. Let's read some of them. My goal is to fit into my pre-pregnancy jeans by December. Awesome. Yes, Brittany, you go, girl. You can do it. My goal is Dennis, my goal is by the end of this year to have my clothing brand and website poppin'. All right. I love that. Let's see what else. All right. Is there anything that you would want to say towards those goals, like getting into your pre-pregnancy jeans?
I would say take it one day at a time. Do the best that you can and be the best that you can that day. And
Yeah.
if you continue to manifest that and do what you need to do to get there, it'll happen, and just know it's not a quick fix. It's not an overnight thing. Um, reach out, ask for help when you need to, do what you got to do, but just
Yes.
make sure you get it, make sure you get there.
Right. And one thing I would add to that is, Brittany, it's okay if you can't fit back into the
Yeah.
pre-pregnancy jeans. Your body changes. Like you just brought a life into this world. So
Yeah.
when you talk about stressing yourself out, people, when you start to add stress, and this research proves this, it's harder to lose weight because your body is already doing so much. So
Mm-hmm.
be kind to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Love yourself, appreciate yourself. And I'm not saying you can't get back to that pre-pregnancy, but don't put the pressure on, oh, I've only achieved success when I can get back into my pre-pregnancy. Because your
Yeah.
body is just not the same after having a baby. And I can definitely relate. I don't think you have kids yet, Haeley.
No.
No. So not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah. So great goal, Brittany. Do it. Dennis, love that. Clothing brand, website popping. Absolutely. Create the strategy and then execute. So let's talk a little bit of challenges. Have you experienced any challenges as an entrepreneur?
Yeah, honestly, again, going vague, the biggest challenge is the everyday. Every day is tough. I
Yeah.
would say the biggest challenge is overcoming fears and more so having an awareness of the fear and what's causing that fear. Um, and that feeling of fear and how to go around it, because I've learned that having an awareness of that challenge or that fear or that roadblock, hurdle, whatever you want to call it, that awareness gives you power over it. That awareness gives you control over what's going on. And then just, yeah, being the best you can every day, because if you don't know what's going to happen that day, just kind of waking up and putting yourself in the right mindset to set the tone for the rest of the day, and just keep overcoming that fear. That's kind of the biggest challenge in that in itself is self-sabotage. I am my biggest limitation. I am my biggest hurdle. And once I learned to just give myself a break and it's okay,
Yeah.
that kind of helped. It takes some of that pressure off. But I think myself is the biggest challenge,
Right.
growing
And
myself.
and as an entrepreneur, I can relate that to that too, is that we put so much pressure on ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
to excel in a certain way. And there really is power in vulnerability, sharing that we have our own fears too. I
Mm-hmm.
used to have a fear of public speaking. And now I get up and I go and I speak on stage. And not that I don't still feel a bit nervous or have that, that anxiety a little bit, that feeling in your stomach. I call it the butterflies or but when I get on stage, it's like they're gone. So people, if
Mm-hmm.
you're having, that thought around fear of what people think or fear about trying something new, my recommendation is just to do it and do it often. And the more you do it, naturally you'll become more able to do it without the fear. You'll be willing and excited to do it, right? And people, were human,
Yeah.
nobody's perfect. We are, I say, imperfectly perfect, So on the flip side then of the challenges, what would you think the most rewarding about being an entrepreneur?
Um, my time, being in control of my time, being flexible with my time. If something comes up, then yes, I can help them. I would say the most rewarding is I get to control my schedule. I get to write my own story to the fullest extent. Um, yeah, like, I like it.
I love that. And I agree with that too. Like being an entrepreneur, you get to set the tone for your day. You get to set your schedule. You get to say who or what you're going to do and what clients you're going to take on. Sometimes I say no
Mhm.
to a client. If I don't feel like you're a good fit for me, I can't work with you. That's my choice. I don't have somebody telling me what I have to do. And that's the
Mhm.
greatest thing about being an entrepreneur, being your own boss, people, is that you set the stage for yourself and you actually tell yourself what you can achieve and what you can't. And when you have the right mindset, people, absolutely anything is possible. Because I look at it like this: there's a lot of people that have gone before us and are doing great things that probably some of us thought, wow, that seemed impossible at one point in time. But
Mhm.
it's not, because I strongly believe your mind can conceive it, then you better believe you can achieve it. There's a reason why you came up with that thought, people. So execute is the thing that you need to do.
Yeah.
And as you travel or you continue along your journey, you're going to find out what's working, do more of that, and what's not working, put it to the side. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
great point there,
Thank
Hailey.
you. And it's hard. It's gonna be hard, but life is hard also. It's more so
Yeah,
how badly do you want it? And then, like you said, execute.
absolutely. And then, like you said, remember your why. Like, why did
Yeah.
I start?
Yeah.
Why am I going to the gym? Why do I want to eat healthy? Because I know the vision I have for my body physically, or just having more energy in
Yeah.
general. Don't you find when you work out, you have more energy to
Oh,
do
I'm
things,
hyped. I'm
right?
hyped after. Like I'm ready to go.
You're at the
Yeah.
next level.
Yeah.
Awesome. If you guys have any questions for Hailey, feel free to drop them in the comment section. I'll have her answer them while she's here. Getting ready to wrap up. I know you got what do you have coming up at 8 p.m.?
I got boot camp, 7 p.m. PST and MST. Yeah, you guys are MST, 8 p.m. over
Yeah.
there. Yeah,
So
for
people can join
boot
you where can they join you for the boot camp at
camp.
in like
Yeah, so it's on Zoom. So the link in my bio on my Instagram page, just kind of click the link. It'll say Zoom sign up. You click that, scroll down, put your information in. It sends you the link. It sends you the member ID. It sends you the password for the boot camp. It's a full body boot camp. We go about 25 to 30 minutes. I promise you'll be sweating. I promise you'll be hyped after.
I
All
bet
that
I've seen
stuff.
you sweat, girl. Like you're literally like wet, right? Like when you're done.
Might as
But
well, right?
yeah. What so for the people that are out there who are thinking of, who are thinking of starting their own business, or just in life in general, want to become healthier, want to get in better shape, is there a piece of advice that you'd give them to be more
Mhm.
successful in achieving their fitness goal
Mhm.
or their life
Um,
goal?
yeah, my best advice all the time is you just got to start. We got to start somewhere. We got to know that it's going to be ugly when we start. But, when you start these things and you want to start your journey, the only other place you have to go is up, right? So if it's
I
not a
love
good
it.
day today, every day is you're going to build. Every day, the mindset should be, how can I get better today? How can I grow? And compare yourself to who you were yesterday and nobody else. Because no one else is you. You are the only you. It's your journey. You're the one going through all of it. You're the one doing what you're doing. So just start. And when you get that feeling of fear in your gut, chase it, follow it. It's not going nowhere.
I love that. I love it. And I love what you said about competition. That's a big part when I talk about when I do presentations and so forth is a lot of times I hear, oh, I want to look like this, or I want to achieve this, or have this like
You
this.
can.
No, people,
Yeah.
no, you got to look at yourself in the mirror every day and say, how do I become better? Because I am my
Yes.
competition. And that's what's going to truly fulfill you, people, is knowing that you are the master of the ship. You're the captain of your own ship. You can decide today if you actually want to put in work toward the business goal or the fitness goal, the health goal. You can decide today if I want to have a burger every day for dinner, if I want to have a salad and switch it up. Well, you got choices. So don't self-sabotage and believe you can't have it. You can, but remember when you're making those goals, it should be for you and for nobody else. So as we're wrapping up here, people, if you got any more questions, I see your goals. I love them. I'm going to put your name in for a chance to win some great prizes. I'm big on quotes, Hailey. Like, you probably know this. I'm all about, like I said, inspiring, motivating, empowering. What is one of your favorite quotes?
So I'm super, super religious. It's the Bible verse. It's
Yes.
for as he thinks in his heart, so is he. Proverbs 23:7. My all-time favorite. It goes back to the mindset, the power of the mind, the power of thought power, all of that stuff. If you, like you said, if you think it, you can believe it, it'll happen. It's the same deal. What's in your heart, that's who you really are. That's your authentic self. So connect that with your mind power, and I think it's beautiful in any form, in anything that you're looking at.
I love that. That is beautiful, people. What do you guys think? What about your authentic self? Like, who are you? People, I'm asking you out there, like, who are you wanting to become? Because that's what it's about every day. Like we mentioned in the beginning of the show, growth, right? What does growth look like for you? And we should always, even me, I'm constantly thinking, how do I get better in my craft? How do I do better for me as a parent, as a business owner, right? So people know who you are personally. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. Everybody's fitness journey, health journey is different. Everybody has, everyone, we're all different. And that's what we got to own. That's our true greatness. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, 100%,
Yeah,
100%.
right. Okay, so as we're closing, I know you got to get to your 20. You have 20 minutes to get to your session. Is there anything else you want to say? Like, how do people find you, for example? And what would you leave them with as they begin or they continue on their fitness journey?
So you can find me on my Instagram page at Haeley Mariah MPE, or my website as well. If you're looking for services, I've got, personalized um, uh, programs, one-on-one programs, things like that, boot camp. And you can do that on my website. It's www.haeleymarihmpe.com. Same as my Instagram handle. You can find me on either place. And
Awesome.
then, if I were to leave something with people, with the viewers, is to find your strength. It's in there, whether you believe it or not, whether you want to see it or not. It's there when you're ready to use it. Find that, use that, and to go with this whole live the experience. Finding that strength, the journey, the process, all of that. That is living the experience. Doing it intentionally. We grow, and yes, we get older every day. But to me, that's not growing. That's just kind of like living, I guess. But if we're going to live the experience, and it's to grow intentionally, wake up with a purpose to do something with it, to be something, and to become the best version of yourself. It's a good feeling. And for everyone that is listening to this, that I talk to, and anyone that sees anything that I do, is my main goal for them is to find their peace. Find your peace, strive for that, and just live. I don't know, live, people.
Live the experience, people. Well, there you have it. You've heard it from Haeley Mariah, an amazing, successful fitness and life coach, and right out of BC, but you're everywhere basically because you got Zoom webinars. So people, if you want to work out, and we know some of you don't have a gym at home, that's okay. Go on and join Haeley live.
You don't need equipment, no equipment, just yourself. We make it work. No excuses. No excuses.
Do you hear that? No excuses. You have a comment here from, it looks like Nisha. She's saying your personal services are absolutely the best. When she says that, I'm just curious. People are like, what does she mean, personal services? Is that one-on-one coaching or?
Yeah, so I make personalized programs. So before I start the program, we start with a conversation so I can really figure out your needs, your goals, and I make it fit your lifestyle around your work, where you can choose however many days a week you want, whatever that goal is, and I make it fit your lifestyle, and what's around your body limitations and things like that. And I just, as personalized as possible. It's about you, of course, right? It's just the way it should be.
Absolutely. All right, people. Well, I'm seeing if there's any more comments or questions here for you. Last chance, people, if you have any questions for Haeley on how to begin your fitness journey, how to become stronger, whatever that might look like, feel free to comment below and I'll read it for you. But Haeley, it's been a pleasure. You got to come back to Calgary. When are you coming back?
It's coming. He's coming. It's coming. My boyfriend's out there. Rotating back and forth for now.
I hear you. Well, the next time you come out, I promise I'm going to connect with you. We're going to go for lunch.
Yes,
by
please.
Then, life will be over.
I want to pick your brain. Ask you questions.
I love, what I'm big on collaboration. One thing I love and I adore about you is that you show up every day. Like, I see you're putting out work, and I want you to know that even for me, as a coach, you inspire me. So keep doing what you're doing, girl. You're amazing. And she's my cousin's girlfriend, okay? And he's lucky to have you, and you're lucky to have him. Like, Dylan is an amazing guy. He has also been on a journey and has lost a ton. He's lost a whole body person, is what I look at him like. You know what I mean? And he's still going hard. So together, you two guys are like the dynamic power couple. And so again, thank you for joining me today on the NBR Show. People, again, how do you reach Haeley? What's your Instagram handle?
At Haeley Mariah MPE.
All right, perfect. So if you want to live the experience, you want to get that body tone, get that six-pack, I'm still working on it. Hey, follow her. And of course, she has a session coming up in literally 18 minutes. So feel free to go to her bio or click her bio and join via Zoom. All right, people, I'm about to do the contest and award a winner. I rather actually do it with you quickly, Haeley, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah, I usually would do a draw of the hat, but I want you to pick a number between 1 and 20. And this is going to be fun. And so whatever the 20th in here, because I see a lot of comments.
Okay.
Let's do 1 and 10.
1 and 10?
Yeah.
Okay,
One
I'm going with two.
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 All right. So whoever is number 2 here and writing one of their goals down is going to be the winner of an NBR notebook. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. Oh, it's a lot of people. A lot of it's a lot. Okay, all right. The first one. Nice smile, beautiful destination. Thank you. It's not a goal, but it's a compliment for you, Haeley.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All people are saying thank you. I'm so grateful that you're here. Honestly, you guys are the reason why we're here. You know, we want to inspire you people to keep going and let you know that there's nothing impossible as long as you believe. All right. Hey, there's a lot out here. You hit 2 more minutes. Both these ladies. Thank you, ladies. Thanks for women living in their power and helping others do the same. Thank you, Mally. I appreciate that. Okay, so I want to be more flexible. My goal is to be able to hit the splits. That was the first goal. William, you didn't win because you're number 1, but good on you. Just keep moving. Keep doing it. You'll get there.
That's
number
my brother.
2. Is that your brother?
Yeah.
Only you came in a little bit later. Okay, here we go. We got my goal is to read five more books by the end of the year. That's a great goal. And that is a Crew ZXOX. So Crew ZXOX, I don't know who you are personally, but I'll go back on the feed after. I will DM you.
My sister-in-law.
That your sister-in-law? Right.
Yeah.
So she's in BC.
Yeah.
So you're the winner of an NBR notebook. And I will DM you and mail it to you. So beautiful people. Again, thank you, Haeley, for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. Just for people to know, I was nervous. This is me stepping outside my comfort zone, so it's possible. Just do it.
Oh, you did great. I didn't even feel the nervousness, girl. You're a natural.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, beautiful people. I'm gonna say goodbye to Haeley.
Okay.
We're gonna wrap up here. Haeley, have a great Zoom workout, and I will join you on one soon. All right.
Thank you so much. Bye. Thanks for coming, guys. Bye.
Yes. All right, beautiful people. How was that? Wasn't Haeley amazing? What did you take today from today's session? You know, for me, she reconfirmed a lot of the things why we do what we do. If you came in late, I want to remind you that your mindset, this right here, is powerful. And what you feed it, people, it will believe it. So if you feed it hope, you feed it faith, you feed it success, you will see that. But if you feed it doubt and fear and anxiety, you're not going to experience the greatness of your life. So people, if you have a fitness goal, a health goal, financial goal, whatever it may be, I want you to know it's indeed possible. Start with the vision. What do I want to see? What's that big, grandiose vision that I want to see in my life? Paint it out visually. Number 2, create the strategy, people. You got a plan to succeed. And last but not least, where we all seem to want to fall off at times, execute, and know that you have the power to change your life. So as I always say, be confident in who you are. Be fearless enough to pursue what sets your soul on fire. Be bold enough to own your greatness, because you are great. And most importantly, be you. Because there's no other. I mean, there is no other in this world like you. It's only you. All right? And you are your only limit. All right, beautiful people, thank you for joining the NBR show. Wouldn't be possible if you weren't here, and I'm grateful for y'all. So let's get it. All right?